Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie engaged in a battle of wits to determine the true essence of blessings. Imam Malik, a respected scholar of his time, was known for his deep understanding of Islamic teachings. He had taught many students, imparting wisdom and knowledge that they carried throughout their lives. One day, one of his brightest students, Imam Syafi'ie, approached him with a question about the concept of rizq or sustenance. This was a complex concept in Islamic teachings, as it represented not only material wealth but also spiritual blessings and individual ability. Imam Syafi'ie asked, "Teacher, how can we understand the concept of rizq? Is it something that is predestined, or can we influence it with our actions and choices?" Imam Malik, sensing the seriousness of the question, took a moment to collect his thoughts. He knew the importance of explaining such a concept accurately, as it had significant implications for one's faith and behavior. Finally, he replied, "Rizq is a combination of predestination and individual effort. While it is true that God has predetermined our sustenance, it does not mean we should sit idly and do nothing." Imam Syafi'ie looked puzzled. "But why should we strive and work hard if everything has been predetermined?" he asked. Imam Malik smiled at his students' precipitancy. I don't know what's the words. "That's a fair question," he began. "However, we must remember that although the total quantity of our sustenance is predetermined, the means by which we obtain it are not." He continued, "So if we sit idly and do not make any efforts, we are neglecting the means that God has provided us to obtain our sustenance. Our actions are a part of the means by which our predetermined sustenance is achieved." Imam Syafi'ie nodded, beginning to understand. "So our actions and efforts are integral parts of our rizq then, even though the outcome of this predetermined, the process is not," he concluded. "Exactly," replied Imam Malik, pleased with his student comprehensions. "And more importantly, we should understand that rizq is not just about money or material wealth. It also includes our health, our time, our knowledge, as the opportunities that come our way." Imam Syafi'ie pondered over his teacher's words, finding wisdom in them. He realized that understanding rizq was not just about comprehending a theological concept. But also about adopting a perspective on life and its challenges. So we should always strive for the best and make use of the opportunities that come our way. But we should also remember that everything we have is a blessing from God, Imam Syafi'ie concluded. Imam Malik was satisfied with his student's understanding. "Remember, my son," he said, "that the concept of rizq teaches us to be humble and grateful. It teaches us that while we have a role in achievement our sustenance, it is ultimately God who provides." Imam Syafi'ie thanked his teacher for his wisdom. From that day forward, he carried this understanding of rizq with him, applying it in his personal life and teaching it to his own students. This dialogue between Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie reminds us that rizq is a concept that goes beyond material possessions. It is about recognizing everything we have and everything that happens to us as part of God's plan. It teaches us gratitude and humility, reminding us that while we must work and strive, it is ultimately God who determines the outcome of our efforts. It also encourages us not to be overly attached to material wealth, as it is just one aspect of our sustenance. Instead, we should value things like health, knowledge, and time, which are equally, if not more, important. We also reminded that we all have a unique rizq tailored to our individual needs and capabilities. As such, we should not compare our blessings with others. as we cannot fully understand the complexities of God's plan. Above all, the concept of Rizq urges us to have faith in God's plan, knowing that He provides for us in ways that may not always be apparent. It encourages us to trust in His wisdom, even when things don't go as we planned. So, whether we are dealing with a challenge at work, struggling with a personal problem, or facing a difficult decision, we can find solace and guidance in the concept of Rizq. The conversation between Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie is a timeless lesson on the importance of faith, hard work, and gratitude. It serves as a powerful reminder of the Islamic perspective on sustenance and the many forms in which it exists. The wisdom confided in their dialogue remains relevant today, guiding us to live more grateful and fulfilling lives. It challenges us to reflect on our own interpretation of Rizq and how it influences our actions and attitudes. As we navigate through life challenges and blessings, we can turn to the teachings of Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie for wisdom and guidance. Their conversation provides us with a perspective that can bring peace, resilience, and gratitude into our lives. Their dialogue tells us that Rizq is not about having more, it's about recognizing and appreciating what we already have. It is about understanding that our efforts and achievements are just one part of a larger divine plan. Their dialogue tells us that Rizq is not about having more, it's about recognizing and appreciating that we already have. It's about understanding that our efforts and achievements are just one part of a larger divine plan. The dialogue between Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie serves as a powerful reminder of the wisdom and teachings of Islamic scholars. Their conversation is not just about Rizq, it's about faith, gratitude, and understanding the grand scheme of things. It reminds us to strive and work hard, but also to acknowledge that success and failure are not solely the result of our actions. It's about recognizing God's role in our lives and the blessings He bestows upon us. This conversation between these two prominent scholars stands as a testament to the depth and richness of Islamic intellectual tradition, and it continues to guide us in understanding life's most complex concepts. As we reflect on the words of Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie, we are invited to see life from a different perspective, one that combines faith, hard work, and gratitude, and to understand that our Rizq is a blessing from God to be used wisely and with gratitude. The dialogue between Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie serves as a blueprint for how we should view and approach Rizq. It teaches us that while we should pursue our ambitions, we should not neglect the importance of gratitude and humility. So, let us carry the wisdom of Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie in our hearts and strive to understand and appreciate our Rizq in all its forms. Let us work hard, be grateful, and trust in God's plan. And let us remember that Rizq is not just about what we have or don't have, it's about how we use what we have and how we respond to the trials and blessings that come our way. It's about faith, effort, and a deep sense of gratitude. The timeless wisdom of Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie continues to inspire and guide us today. Their conversations on Rizq provides a valuable perspective on life, faith, and the pursuit of sustenance. Their teachings remind us to strive to have faith and to be grateful for the blessing we have. And they teach us to remember that Rizq is not just about material wealth, but about the blessings God bestows upon us in many ways. So let's carry the wisdom of these two scholars in our hearts and strive to appreciate and understand our Rizq. Let's work hard, be grateful, and trust in God's wisdom and plan. And let us continue to learn from the teachings of Imam Malik and Imam Syafi'ie, finding wisdom and guidance in their dialogue and in the wider teachings of the Islamic faith. After all, understanding Rizq is not just about understanding sustenance, but also understanding life itself. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Got a comments, got a question, or everything? Just comments or something.